Hey guys, how are you? Welcome to the start of the NCAA tournament for the Daily Juice. My name is Matt Perrault. We are here on a Thursday morning thanks to BetMGM, always on BettingPros.com. This podcast found wherever you guys get your podcasts and now on YouTube every single morning on the Betting Pros YouTube channel. We have got a ton to get to on this show today. It's going to be a very busy couple of days, all right? So I've got offers to tell you about, our bracket contest to tell you about. I'm going to give you two plays today, one on Thursday and one on Friday. Here's the thing. We're doing a live stream coming up tonight at 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Pacific time, which is going to serve as the Daily Juice podcast for Friday morning, okay? It's going to be a 30 to 45-minute podcast, live stream on our YouTube channel, and I'm going to give you all the plays for Friday. Then on Saturday morning at 11 a.m. Eastern Time, 8 a.m. Pacific Time, I'm back on again. I'm going to give you all the plays coming up on Saturday morning, okay? There's going to be a podcast as well on Friday night, dropping Saturday morning for the Daily Juice. So it's all kind of convoluted and crazy. I am super, super busy here, and I fired on 11 bets tonight. Okay, I just decided I'm too busy. I can't wait. I like these sides. I was looking and shopping for numbers. I just fired on a bunch. I can't give them all to you right now because we'd be here for like 8 hours if I did that. I can't break down every game. So I'm trying my hardest to figure out how to give these bets out to you guys in the right way. But we have a play tonight. We have two already. Drake +2 and Michigan State -1.5. Those are already going tonight on a Thursday. Got one more play to give you. I'm not touching Norfolk State and App State. That game I'm going to avoid. But I have a play coming up with the Mount in their game against Texas Southern. And then I've got 4 bets going on Friday. And I've got 5 bets going on Saturday. And I'm just trying to figure out the best way to give these bets to you guys so you have them all. But we're going to do 2 bets here today. And then the live stream at 9 p.m. Eastern Time on the YouTube channel for Betting Pros, 6 p.m. Pacific Time. I'll give you the rest. I'll make a pick on every game for all 16 games. I'll give you a pick if you want to trail it or not. I'm going to track it for Friday and Saturday, but we'll do that on Friday and Saturday morning for both, or Thursday night and then Saturday morning for the live streams. Okay, so live stream Thursday night, live stream Saturday morning. Okay, couple things. Okay, so the bracket contest is being brought to you by our friends at Fox Bet. There are 2 contests, okay? BettingPros.com/bracket. There is one for the juice, and there is one in the general contest. The general contest is $500 in a Shaq signed jersey, thanks to Pristine Auction, okay? Other gear as well. The second one is for the Daily Juice Discord members, and that is going to be very cool because that is a autographed Larry Bird signed basketball. Other swag as well to be given away, okay? So, bettingpros.com/bracket is where you're going to go and do this. It's important to figure something out or to watch here, okay? The guys on our tech side wanted me to pass along that this is the first time they've done the bracket contest. And since there has been some unique stuff going on, there's a bug. And they've discovered the bug, and they want to make sure that everyone is entered into both contests, the Daily Juice contest, you guys are listening to the Daily Juice, and the general contest as well. So go to bettingpros.com/bracket, and there'll be a message there telling you that you're in the Juice contest. If there isn't, just re-enter your bracket. Again, we're sorry for that. We're going to get all the kinks worked out. Want to make sure that you've entered into the bettingpros.com/bracket contest. Double check it. The message should read this. It should read that this bracket is entered into both the main bracket contest and the Daily Juice listener contest. Good luck, okay? It's important that you double check that and make sure you're there, thanks to our friends at FoxBet, okay? Very, very cool. Also, use that bracket optimizer. It can let you optimize your entire bracket based on scoring system, pool size, consensus bracket picks, and whatnot. Totally customizable and totally set up for just your own bracket contest. So check out the bracket optimizer on the Betting Pros application that's available now. You need to update your app, by the way, to get that. Okay, there is an update. If you have not downloaded the app, just download it once and you get it. But if you have the Betting Pros app already, update it and you'll get the bracket optimizer coming up here for the bracket contest that will be starting coming up on Friday after we get the play-in games going. Okay, so 1-1 yesterday. We wound up a tiny, tiny bit because the Winnipeg Jets win in overtime. They blew a 3-1 lead. We keep on blowing 3-1 leads in the third period, but overtime was good to us. The Peg wins it with the money line at plus 111 against Montreal, and then we go to overtime with the Bucks, who played pathetically in the first half. They win the game by 4. 5.5 points was the line that we bet. Unfortunately, they don't cover that. Philadelphia loses. Bucks don't cover. Blah. That stunk. That was annoying. But a 1-1 night for us coming up here for last night, but up just a little bit because of the plus money we got with the Winnipeg Jets on the money line. So tiny up, but still up. Better than losing, right? So a tiny, tiny margin of profit for us here on a Wednesday. So on Thursday, Drake plus 2, Michigan State minus 1.5. Okay, let's go with one more game that we can talk about coming up here tonight, and let's talk about Mount St. Mary's taking on Texas Southern. Okay, here's the thing. I haven't watched much with Mount St. Mary's, except I did watch their game against Bryant. Why? Because we were on Bryant, and we lost it. Here's the thing with Mount St. Mary's, with the way they've been over the last couple of weeks. They are on a run. They have covered 4 straight games. They were catching 1.5 to Fairleigh Dickinson. They won by 13. They were 2-point favorites against St. Francis. They won by 7. They were 4.5-point dogs to Wagner. They won by 6. They were 6.5-point dogs against Bryant. They won by 5. On the other side, Texas Southern's been playing really well as well. They were 5.5-point favorites against Southern. They won by 6. Alcorn State, 8.5-point favorites. They won by 23. Jackson State, 2.5-point favorites. They won by 3. And Prairie View, 3-point favorites. They won by 19. Here's the thing when you start digging deep into this game. The line right now is Mount St. Mary's minus 1. I took this at a pick is when I grabbed this, okay? I don't mind minus 1. It's the same thing basically, okay? When you look at the numbers, Texas Southern averages 73.6 points per game. Mount St. Mary's is giving up 62.3 points per game. That is 15th best in the country. On the other side, Mount St. Mary's doesn't score very much. 63.7 points. That's 317th in the country. But on the other side, Texas Southern gives up 70.1 points per game. That's 146. Here's the big number that jumps out at me, okay? Texas Southern does not shoot the ball well from behind the three-point line. They are 27.9%. That is 342nd in the country from behind the three-point line. They are horrific at shooting threes. They're okay shooting twos, 50.8%. That's 124th. But three-point defense for Mount St. Mary's is pretty good. 33.7% is okay. It's 171st. But effective field goal percentage for Texas Southern, 48.4. That's 250th. Opposing effective field goal percentage on defense for Mount St. Mary, 45.5. That's 14th best in the country. It's hard to score on these guys. Just ask Bryant. They play a grinding style. They're really good defensively. They've got a great point guard. And Texas Southern plays like Bryant and all these other teams in the NEC, the Northeast Conference. They run up and down, up and down, up and down. They want to go fast pace. They want to go, right? That's not what you do against Mount St. Mary's. Sorry. So if you're a coach and you're going up against a team that likes to run, you play defense, and you know they can't hit threes to say they save their life, do you know what Mount St. Mary's is going to do? They're going to pack the lane. They're going to put 5 guys right next to the basket and say, shoot. We don't think you can shoot. This game comes down to one thing to me. Can Texas Southern hit a 3? I don't think they can. On the other side, effective field goal percentage for Mount St. Mary's, it's okay, 48.7. Texas Southern's pretty good at this category. 46.4 is 31st in the country. So they're not bad defensively either. But three-point shooting, Mount St. Mary's is okay. 33.7, that's 171st in the country. For Texas Southern, 32.4 given up. So pretty much on the same average. That's 99th in the country here. So I just think when you look at the way that Texas Southern shoots the basketball, I think it's pretty clear what the defensive game plan is going to be for a defensive-minded team. Take the air out of the ball, don't let them run, and see if they can shoot. And Texas Southern so far has proven to be incapable of hitting three-point shots. For that reason, Mount St. Mary's on the money line. We're going with the Mount taking on Texas Southern. That game in Bloomington. The Mount with a W here. I got the money line at minus 110. It's minus 1 right now for Mount St. Mary. I'm okay with that. We're going with the Mount here, all right? So our 3 plays going for Thursday. Mount St. Mary's on the money line. Drake +2, Michigan State -1.5, all for a half a unit going here tonight on a Thursday. Now, here's my first play coming up on Friday. And I'm telling you, I'm going to get involved with a bunch of different games here. I'm going to have a lot of opinion on Friday, but it's interesting. I got 4 plays on Friday, and I've got 5 plays on Saturday. The Saturday games, my eye is going more on the Saturday games a little bit more here, but I want to talk about one of these matchup specials here, and I want to talk about one of these deals where the world is on Winthrop, okay? There's a couple of – I'm fading the popular trendy dog coming up for these games, okay? Villanova without Colin Gillespie, they've looked horrific. They've looked awful, just absolutely awful. And I understand that because of the last 2 games, the last 2 times we've seen Villanova, everyone's like, man, they lost by Providence by 2, and they lost to Georgetown by 1. They just look awful. They just look awful compared to where they were previously with Colin Gillespie when they beat Creighton by 12, but they lost him, all right? This is Jay Wright. Jay Wright has now had time to figure out what's going on with his team. Winthrop has covered their last 3 games, okay? They won by 27, 21, and 29 against High Point, Longwood, and Campbell. Here's the thing. Villanova, with Colin Gillespie, should be favored by 12 in this game. I would double this spread if Villanova, and they wouldn't be a 5 seed either, by the way. Villanova taking on a team that everyone's picking to beat them and upset them. This, I think, plays right into Villanova's hands. Nova is going to see a team that plays very similarly to them. Winthrop scores 79.5 points per game. Nova scores 75.5 points per game. Winthrop gives up 66.8 points per game. Villanova gives up 71.6 points per game. The big difference to me is the level of competition that we're talking about here. This is Villanova out of the Big East. This is a team that's got NBA quality players on it. I expect Villanova's best effort here, and I expect Villanova to really get after it. Effective field goal percentages, 53% to 52.9%. They're very, very similar. Defensively, Winthrop 49% effective field goal percentage. Villanova 51.8 effective field goal percentage. These numbers are all very, very similar, except for one thing, the level of athlete that we're talking about here. I just think Villanova is the better team, and I think they're going to be very angry about the way the season ended. So before this number gets a little bit out of control here, and before this number climbs too high, I jumped on Villanova -6.5 because the number opened up at 6. It crept up to 6.5. I'm concerned that it's going to keep on climbing. This is a very public play for Winthrop +6.5. I just think that Villanova here, looking at the numbers, these teams are similar, except for one big problem. Villanova and who they played. The types of teams that Villanova has faced this season, it's much different than who Winthrop has played. So while the numbers might be similar, when you're playing, Furman in South Carolina upstate, it's different than when you're playing Texas. It's different than when you're playing Creighton. It's different than when you're playing Arizona State and Virginia Tech, okay? It's just a different type of schedule, different type of coach, different type of prep time. I think this time to prep for Jay Wright is huge. I wouldn't expect Nova to run all that much. The total is 143. I could see the under come in here, but I'm expecting Nova to have a really bounce-back good game here against Winthrop and kind of get away from everyone who's been saying they're done, they suck. I'm with you. Look, I don't have Nova going far here. If Villanova wins this game, I got Purdue beating them in the next round. All right, I don't think Nova goes far. Up against a really high-quality, high-major team, don't think Nova goes far. But I'm going to take Nova -6.5 against Winthrop coming up on Friday. Okay, so those are the 2 plays for this edition of the Daily Juice podcast. Remember the live stream coming up tonight. I got 3 more plays to talk about coming up that I'll give you during the live stream heading into Friday morning, which will serve as the Daily Juice podcast. So you're going to get 3 more plays coming up. We'll get into every game. I'll break them all down. It's not going to be a 15-minute podcast. It's going to be like a 45-minute live stream, and then we'll get into it. We'll get into the picks and plays for the games on Friday, and then on Saturday morning, there will be a podcast for Friday night into Saturday morning, and then live stream on Saturday morning where I'll do every game like I'm going to do on Thursday night. We'll do it Saturday morning as well. So very busy, very confusing. At Sports Talk Matt on Twitter. Ask me any questions you may have about what we're doing coming up here today. So again, the 2 plays going for today, the Mount on the money line, -110, and then on Friday, Nova -6.5 against Winthrop. 3 more plays to go. We'll have 4 plays going on Friday and 5 plays going on Saturday for the first round of the NCAA tournament. We don't have to bet every game. My name is Matt Perrault. You can follow me on Twitter at SportsTalkMatt every morning. It is the Daily Juice podcast right here on BettingPros.com.